Good morning. It is Friday. Wow, this week went by so fast. Welcome. If you are new here, I am Sue Pickering and I am a psychic. I am intuitive. I read intuitively. I'm an empath. I pick up a lot of emotion as well as I see a lot of things and hear and all that good stuff. I'm also a certified soul coaching practitioner where we connect deeper into your soul and what your soul is calling for on your path. And I am doing a reading for the collective today. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And we will get started for today. This is timeless. Okay, I'm going to get more information. It says not for you. Okay, that was serendipity. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is you have the control whether you decide to be, whatever that is, okay, for you. But what I'm getting is making sure that you are making decisions based on what is right for you, what feels right, what you know is right, not because it's put in front of you. It's like if you put yourself in lack, then you are going to make decisions from that space. If you put, I need to have this job or I need to have this money, they're just showing me that for you to choose from a space whether it fits your life or not. Because what will happen is if you choose that, you're going to be in that space in lack. You're going to hate your job if that's what this is about. But if you choose the path that feels right, and wait for that right job to come along, wait for that right relationship to come on, and not go into a space of lack where you are feeling like I have to do this because I need this. Okay, it's like, here's an example. So you go to shop for a new home and there's only 4 on the market. Like right now, we're in Canada anyway, the market is so hot. So if you just choose because there's only 4 on the market and you choose one because you feel like there's no other house for you, then what you'll find is you'll choose one and then the right one will come on the market. You chose it from a space of lack. There's other situations that you can try and work through. If you're looking for a home, for instance, that you can do temporarily until you find the right home, right? So if you're choosing because you feel like you have no choice, you're going to find that house will have, something will go wrong. It's going to have a lot of things that happen to it because it wasn't the right choice for you. If you're choosing from a space where you just know and picture yourself in that home and you know that it's the one for you, wait for the right one is what I'm saying, because that's where it's going to bring you all of this serendipity, clarity, happiness, joy, all of the things. But I do feel like for some of you, there is an ending to something, that there is going to be something beginning. You have the control. You have you're in the driver's seat as long as you allow yourself to be there and you're choosing from that space, okay? Page of Pentacles. So, this is about you creating. This is about you putting your own magic. There's some new opportunities. So whatever this is happening, making sure that these new opportunities, you're choosing from that space, not of lack, okay? Choosing from that space of what feels right, what you know is right, and waiting for the right opportunity, right? 7 of Pentacles, wow. For a lot of you, this is about career path. This is about, doing your due diligence to get to where you want to go. If you're following your passion, it's not going to feel like you're working hard every day. It's, it's just part of it, okay? And knowing that, for you to put your own spark on something. They're also showing me there's someone looking up to you, okay? They're showing me someone really, really looking up to you. I'm not saying they idolize you, because I don't feel we should idolize people, but they really are, and it's not a space where they're looking up to you to steal your content, or it's a space where people admire you. So just know that people are watching you, they admire you. They're showing me the sun coming in when you're working, so I don't know whether you need to be working near a window or you're going to see a sunbeam as you're working. You're going to know that this is the right path for you, okay? Death came in upside down. Don't be afraid for these new beginnings to start. Don't be afraid to move forward with whatever it is that this is about, okay? Remember, you get to control when you go, where you go, how you go. You are in control of all of it. It's like they're saying checkmate. They're saying that making sure that you're choosing the right path, not just because there's a door open. Choose it if it's the right door open. They're showing me for you to recognize signs that Spirit is giving you. So if you're trying to make a decision, Spirit is going to give you some signs of the right decision. Sit with one decision, and if you, for a day or two, if you have that amount of time, and watch for these decisions to come forward, okay? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Look at that. And the Knight of Pentacles. Wowzers. Like, this is, take your time. Take your time. Don't be afraid to take your time to make a decision. You don't have to rush into anything. If you're rushed into something and you're not ready, maybe it's not right for you, okay? So make sure you're making that decision from a space of not you're back against the wall and you have to decide today. So with whatever aspect, for some of you, that's health. I'm not sure why that's coming in, but take your time on making your decision on what to do with your health. Yeah, that's funny that came in. But yeah, new beginnings, new opportunities, and you got a lot of pentacles here. And there was one on the bottom that was left behind that Spirit said to take it. And it was reversed. So coming out of your head, Nine of Swords, coming out of your head, coming out of, those spaces that sometimes we have a hard time making a decision because we think we know what's right, and then we go, yeah, but, or, we go to those spaces where we start processing all of this stuff, and then our head takes control rather than our heart and what it feels right for us, okay? A lot of you, this is a new career path, a new offer possibly. King of Pentacles. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, this is about you standing strong in who you are. This is about, success, your strength to get you where you're going, stability, financial freedom is what's coming in as well for some of you. So really paying attention to your choices, because where you go forward with can depict on where you end up, okay? Yeah, and this is about, I said working hard to get to where you want to go and not feeling like you're working because it feels good and it's a passion. Most definitely, I don't feel we have to, work super hard to create money, but we still have to work at what we want, okay? Knight of Cups, it came out reversed. So don't be scared to, step into something. Someone is offering you something, and it's going to be an emotional offer. Like, it's going to hit some emotions for you. So just pay attention to that. And again, make that decision, because you're the one in the driver's seat. You are the one who it's your turn to, play the next piece in the game, I guess, is what they're kind of showing me, okay? High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Wow, 2 aces. Definitely some new beginnings coming for you, and some new emotional beginnings, which are going to be exciting. The High Priestess, for you, making sure that you're stepping into your power, making sure that you are connected to your higher self, connected to Source when you're making these decisions. They're telling me for you to dip your toe in the water. So whatever that you have been really thinking about, just start dipping your toe in the water. Start doing a few things that are going to bring you closer to that, okay? You don't have to jump all in if you're not ready to jump all in, but just start. It's like if you're looking for a new home, what do? If you feel that you don't have the financial means right now, start looking for homes. Start, I know my husband and I have a huge dream of owning a home with the mountain view and all the, the thing. And it's not a massive home. It's just a space with beautiful windows and, a home. And we often we're not there yet, but we often will get a realtor and we'll go look at homes. It doesn't hurt to look. It's like you're wanting that car, that special car that you want, that you really would love to have. Go test drive it. It costs you nothing. Just do some things like that just to get your feet in the water, to feel what you want to feel when you're in, when you're ready for it. So start dipping your toes in the water. Start, if you feel like you want to be a dentist, start, go and see if you can shadow for a day at the dentist office, or whatever. I'm just using that for an example, but start finding a mentor if you're an entrepreneur, and start dipping your toes in the water, seeing what aspects you like, seeing if this is where you want to go before you make a big decision, right? For a lot of you, this is about being in service to people. It's being in service to people, holding your hand out to support people. That's kind of a little bit off here of the rest of the reading, but there's something here you can, they're also saying for you to be vulnerable. Put your hand out, ask for help, do, some things like that. Something that is going to allow you to reach your goals quicker. Really see both sides. Yeah, seeing both sides of everything, really, that's why people do something emotionally, purchase something emotionally, because they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're in a space where they're making decisions from a space of lack. I see it all the time. I used to be that person. I used to be like, oh, I gotta go work here because I need the money, and then I disliked it. It's the money will come where it's right, where it feels right, and when you were following and trusting that is where we find what we need on the path of, Spirit will show us what we need. It's really hard to trust at times, but I mean, it shows up when it needs to show up, okay? It's part of the path of growing and connection to your higher self, connection to Spirit. And it's one of the hardest things for me, I can say, that I had to have gone through, and I don't realize sometimes how much I received, because I was in that space of lack and moving from that space. Oh my goodness. Trust and the void. So really being in that space, being in the space of connection, being in that space of, if this is meant for me, you have to, Spirit, you have to show me, or, put something in front of me for me to step into this, because I know in my heart this is my path. And I can only speak from my own experience. I personally, I was pushed onto this path. I started getting sick, and I wasn't listening, and I was like, okay, if you want me on this path, you got to show me that I need to be here. And then more clients came, and and then I was put to do soul coaching, and then the right teacher came along, and the right program came along that suited my heart, and it was beyond my means to pay for it. So I asked Spirit, you have to bring me the money if this is the path. And it showed up for me, and there's no turning back now. And I'm so grateful that I do the soul coaching, because I tie it into everything I do. Connection to the earth and healing through the earth, and all of the things. So it's trust is hard. Trust is really, really hard. But really getting into connection to taking your time to make a decision and sitting with it, feeling it out. What is right? I host my own market. And a lot of people say, well, on your next one, when's your next one? And I'm like, I'm getting through one, and then I'm waiting for Spirit to tell me if I need to continue with this. It's a lot of work, and I am grateful for it. So I need to make sure that it is what is still needed on my path. We make decisions, and we can change them, after, we can change them in a year. We can change them in a week, in most decisions anyway. It's like you go get that job, and then you discover in 6 months it's not what you want. Can you change your mind? Of course, you search for another one. To conform is to die inside, it says here. So no more chameleon, no more, doing it the way it's always been done. We some people jump from job to job to job because they're seeking something that they're not finding. But if they're not taking the time to really see what they really need before they, some people take a job for money. Some people take a job, for reasons that aren't going to fulfill them, and it'll show up that way, that you're not fulfilled if that's what the choices you made. Okay, leave your usual socials behind. So really paying attention to the path that you're on, and following your path. What they're showing me with this card is they're showing me that often we will give up our power. We give up our power like so much. But what they're showing me with this card is so you have friends, and you say to your friends, should I do this or should I not? Okay, so then we put all of our power into them. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with asking, but as long as their answer resonates with you, because everyone has a different story. Everyone has gone through different things to make them choose how they choose. So it's up to you to really decipher what someone says, because they might give you some insight that you never thought of, which is great, as long as it resonates with you. As long as you can say, that really resonates. I will take that into account. Thank you very much. But you have to make that decision, not someone else, and not move from a space where you are moving because someone said you should do it. And then you blame them because, and then you're not happy because you didn't follow your own path, right? So really be cautious of when you are giving up your power in making decisions. Be still, get connected. That's that void, right? And just waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right time to make a decision, the right time to, just being still and getting connected with Spirit in what it is that you are really seeking for, who you are, right? And what's going to fulfill you on your path. Peace, like This is the only way to find peace. For some of you, there's something you need to let go of, this mindset. You're in your head. There's something you need to let go of. For some of you, this next step is going to be for life. And if this is to do with romantic partners, if you are in a relationship, I feel like it's the right relationship. That won't be for everyone. Also, if you're not in a relationship, I feel the right person is coming into your life. So, I mean, that's pretty vague, but I mean, I'm reading for everyone. Not everyone has the same story, okay? But yeah, so knowing that there is a partner out there for you, and that could be business partner if that's what you're looking at. But there's something that is really a partnership of some kind is going to be for life. It is strong. It is stable. This could be partnership with self. It could be partnership with spirit. It could be whatever partnership, okay? Water magic. So really putting this reminds me of the Magician a lot, this card. So really finding that playful side, but also seeing that you have this creative ability that you can do anything you wish, okay? Putting your magic, putting your spin, putting your abilities into whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And you know, what are you wishing for? You know, it's like my husband and I, we have dreams of having our home, and what are we wishing for? We continue to keep it in the forefront. We keep continuing to make decisions from that space where, you know what, when the time comes, we're going to know what we want. We're going to sit with it. We're going to take our time. We're going to, you know, allow the sun to hit us and just be in the joy of all of it, okay? And that is for now. Maybe in 2 years, if we don't get there, we choose to not have that dream anymore, and that's okay. We dream for where we're at in our life. We have aspects of where we want to go because of where we're at right now. And we grow, we change, we shift. That's why if we make a decision now and it felt right, I'm going on a tangent here, and it felt right, in a couple of years it might not be the same for you. And I feel that every decision we make, whether we feel it's right or wrong, or whether it took us down the wrong path, we went through the wrong door, is something for us to be on that path for, to learn, to grow, to see something differently, to see what we want, what's better. There is I feel we never take a step that isn't meant for us, however that looks. If it's a lesson, which isn't always fun, right? But those lessons needed to be learned to get to the next step, or to bring those skills that we learned from that into the next step. Okay, I've been on a journey for many things, and I've learned a lot of lessons, but because of those lessons, I know what I need to do, and they've helped me get to where I'm going, is what I'm trying to say. Love matters. You know, everything that you do, come from that space, come from the space of your heart, come from the space where you can really make decisions from a space of confidence, not because you're in lack. Okay, hope that makes sense. If you want to ask any questions in the comments, if you want to just, you know, like, share, I would be so much in gratitude for that. I thank you very much for being here, and I hope you have a great day, a great Friday, and a great weekend. Much love.